having some problems today. It'd be good if you did
And
like a
pizza?
barbecue. Like if you did a barbecue, like you did barbecued pineapple.
Oh.
And
maybe marinated in it.
Yeah, and then ham.
Ham.
Oh yeah.
And the ham juices.
Yeah.
Meat candy and ham juices.
Oh,
Ham juices.
Yeah.
So, if you have not been here to Bushwackers, and I think people confuse Bushwackers with another, what is it, like a kid place or something?
No, there's a bar.
Okay.
In Tualatin or
Gotcha.
somewhere down there.
We're not in Tualatin. Don't go. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a good place to go. I don't. You
Gotta sit up straight. Oh, hold on a second. People are looking at me. It's all right.
It doesn't matter.
John Paul is he's all kind of bent out of shape because he's been driving and sitting in a car for.
Oh yeah, he's a little uncomfortable.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute, though.
So
we gotta go to commercial soon. So
all right, why don't we get our commercial and then we'll do the news and we'll talk to John Paul
because he's got things to talk about.
He's seen things.
I was just at the Weed Ale House at 1 o'clock today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mount Shasta, California.
I wonder what that's gonna be all
Mount Shasta
about.
Brewing Company.
All right, guys. Well, we do have a commercial break coming up. We'll be talking to you real quick after this break with some brew news and some Brew Happy birthday wishes brought to you by brewpublic.com and newschoolbeer.com.
She's a very kinky girl.
Somebody hit the mute mic button.
I'm John Foyston. I'm the beer writer for the Oregonian, and I listen to the Brew Happy show because that's where I find out.
I told you already, Vader. I'm on a diplomatic mission. I don't know anything about the Rebel Alliance.
We found your cache of delicious craft beer in your quarters. I must know where in the universe you obtained such goods.
What? You want my beer? Well, it's not like I got it in a galaxy far, far away.
Where? I must know the location.
Southeast Portland, Oregon, 31st in Division. They have over 1,200 bottles to choose from.
We've heard of this place. They have Blickman technology.
What? They can fill their growlers from the bottom up?
Yes, Vader. With individual bottle fills, you can customize your own six-pack.
How is their bottle selection? Is it cold?
Lots to choose from the cooler or the shelf, and with their bottle chilling service, your purchase will be colder than Hoth in no time.
That's pretty cold, sir.
Lieutenant, turn this battle cruiser around.
Yes, Lord Vader. To Imperial Bottle Shop and Tap Room.
I'm John Paul from Paul Cigars. Everyone knows I think craft beer is awesome, but so is my huge selection of cigars. You can get all your favorite tobacco products at any one of my conveniently placed locations in Beaverton, East Vancouver, and my headquarters store on Jansen Beach. Our wide selection and helpful staff will make your visit so very satisfying. You might even want to have a beer to celebrate. So come on in and check us out. For more information, contact us at paulcigars.net.
John, I need more beer.
Oh yeah, that is true. John Paul's mom always needs more beer.
John, I need more beer.
John, I need more beer.
How is Mom doing?
Yeah.
Not so good.
Okay. And to the news.
Okay.
Alive.
Yeah, I got
healthy but crazy.
Yeah, I
All
gotcha.
right.
Got some goodies in there.
When
for ya.
David Walker, co-founder of Firestone Walker Brewing, has the opportunity to talk about his favorite beer that's brewed by the brewery he co-founded with Adam Firestone, the one that comes out on top is its double barrel ale, better known as DBA. Originally released as one of the brewery's first beers back when the brewery opened in '96, this is the beer that's brewed to the delight of former Englishman Walker. 20 years later, DBA continues to use its altered version of the legendary Burton Union system that was popularized in the 19th century Britain. Today, not very many breweries use this process, and with Firestone, and the Firestone is one of the few that actually does. DBA is partially is partially fermented in an interconnected 60-gallon uncharred oak barrel. And it gives off a special element of that oak flavor. And after fermenting in these barrels for about a week, the beer is then sent to stainless steel tanks for blending and then packaging. The process takes more effort and time, but I think that's why you're drinking it, because it tastes like it took time.
Yeah, and I just had that beer last week.
We all got to drink it. We had a little follow up on the Firestone Walker.
Yeah, you were totally there.
Yeah, you were there, Ryan.
And I actually had that beer with a group. That was the first beer I had.
That's right. Because you were talking about it. You raved about it before we even started the show.
Yeah.
All right. Last month, the owners behind Royal Brewing opened the Garrison Tap Room.
That's Royale.
Royale. I wasn't sure. Well, sometimes the E's silent.
Royale with cheese.
All right.
Casino
I'm sorry.
Royale.
Yeah. All right. Royale Brewing opened the Garrison Tap Room in Portland's St. John neighborhood. The beer is brewed 5 miles to the east. The new tap room features a rotating selection of beers brewed by Paul Ray at Royale Brewing. June 17th is this last weekend. They released their new seasonal Mr. Session.
Ooh,
it's
Mr.
a
Session.
Hull Melon, and they started tapping, this weekend. So I imagine unless they went through a whole keg, it's probably still there. This next week, so now they're going to send the new session beer out to the rest of Portland. It's a lightly balanced session with big hop aroma and Holler Toe Hull Melon was added to the mash and kettle and was used for dry hopping. Brewed with 20% flaked rye in the grain bill. That's a 4.9 ABV. That's not bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
what you can
good.
keep drinking.
So it's just barely sessionable.
Oh, all right. Bon Voyage boring beer. Full Sail's new Brewmaster Reserve Capsize Imperial Pilsner is hitting the shores, or at least the shelves, for the summer. Capsize has intense aromas of pine and citrus, balanced by a full, malty body and a long, clean, hoppy bitterness. Building on its award-winning Cascade Pilsner, Full Sail's new dry hop Capsize Imperial Pilsner delivers even more Northwest hoppiness and summer happiness. It's aromatic and kind of a hoppy delight. Its clean malt profile, well-balanced and moderate bitterness, sets the stage for a blend of Cascade, Crystal, and Citra hops to give you a spicy Northwest backbone in this full-bodied golden lager. Capsize Imperial Pilsner is similar to the style of the Full Sail brew with the same name from the early 2000s, but it's a completely new recipe. And they're suggesting you pair it with, basically anything. Burgers, steaks, barbecue, or gingerbread, or carrot cake. So basically just eat it with food.
Anything. Eat it with food.
Yeah. It's the perfect brew to serve at summertime dinner with friends. And, don't worry, it also pairs well with pungent aged cheeses. Literally, you can drink this beer with anything.
Oh, wow.
Especially pungent cheese.
Pungent aged cheeses.
So get yourself some of this beer.
Oh, yeah.
And eat some delicious food.
And I have some sexy news for my top two today. Is the award-winning Square Mile Cider Company launched a program this month that will give away a 10-acre plot of land in Deschutes County, Oregon, approximately 15 miles outside of Bend, Oregon. The plot of pure Pacific Northwest land will allow the winner to explore and connect his or her own piece of the outdoors and is ideal for camping, exploring, and high plains dreaming.
What?
Oh, yeah. Square Mile Cider's name pays tribute to the original American pioneers who set out to the Oregon Trail in search of a better life. These pioneers choose a daring path, and those who made it were granted a square-mile plot of land where they could stake their claim and pursue their dreams. Many of whose original pioneers chose to plant apple orchards, and Square Mile Cider uses apples from those plots in their award-winning ciders. This summer's plot of land giveaway is an effort to capture that ideal and reward the winner with their very own piece of Oregon to explore and enjoy.
So, Ryan, this is the Northern Exposure song, right?
Yeah.
I realized that in listening to a previous episode. Like, I never noticed when it was on.
Okay, I have a question on the Square Mile thing.
First of all, I've got to say Square Mile is delicious.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I have an issue.
What?
Why aren't they giving away a square mile? It doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because you can't do a whole lot in a square mile.
A lot more than
The
you
old
can in a
settlers
10-acre plot.
Yeah, the old settlers could. I think. Well, they're just trying to capture the spirit.
Yeah.
The spirit. Of
Spirit.
this, yeah.
So in a
So-
way now,
so you
That's
can,
a lot of land, actually.
So
square
a
mile.
lot of
Yeah.
a lot of this is indicative. You can see this. So in the land. What is it? The movie Far and Away with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
Is that's gonna we're gonna have to do that? Because if that's the case, I'll race you
That's what's going on.
death
To the death.
for land.
Okay, I'll do that and I will win because I'm not afraid to go
Damien,
fisticuffs.
I don't
So
see you
so
being
you're
a
taking-
farmer.
I will knock Ryan right off his horse.
So you're taking the Scientology
I know how to
side,
ride a
is what you're
horse.
saying?
What?
Yes.
You're taking the Scientology side.
No,
Wait, I thought you were for
pretty
Nicole
sure-
Kidman and...
Pretty sure.
I'm for Nicole Kidman.
Right,
Pretty
Tom
sure.
Cruise divorced her
I know.
because he's an idiot.
right, but they're both Scientologists.
I'm pretty sure
Are
you're
they
gonna be
both?
a horse and I'm gonna be
I don't
driving
think she
Shirley
got
the
sucked
tank
into that.
through the field.
Really? Did she?
And I'm gonna run your ass over.
That makes me sad.
in my giant freaking car.
Well, I was just referencing the movie because they had the land giveaway and,
I got you.
and towards the end there, that's
a great
what was
scene,
going
actually.
on. Yeah. A lot of people fighting, shooting each other.
We
you know.
do not condone violence on the Brew Happy Show. This is the Brew Happy Show, not the
Well,
Brew
they didn't have
Angry.
machine
For
guns back then,
comments,
but-
complaints, concerns.
PDX, brewhappypdx@gmail.com.
Sounds like the guy that they pushed over the balcony.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So, I have one more little thing.
Wait, is Square
What?
Mile by? Is that by Widmer? Who does Square Mile?
I'm not sure where they are.
I'll Google it. You guys,
Yeah.
read the rest of the new releases.
You Google that. In the meantime, it has now been 8 consecutive years that Russian River Brewing has come out on top of the top-ranked beers poll conducted by Zimmergy Magazine with its Pliny the Elder.
Really?
Compiled and released in June each year. Members from the American Homebrewers Association are able to choose up to 20 of their favorite commercially available beers in the United States.
Commercially available.
Oh, yeah, in an online poll. Now in its 14th year, online voting for the 2016 poll tallied over 18,000 votes. Breweries from the Pacific Northwest that ranked in the top 10 include Deschutes for its Fresh Squeezed IPA that came in tied for number 10 in the top-ranked beers, and Deschutes Brewery at number 10 in the top-ranked breweries. So that's pretty exciting, you know. And Zimmergy Magazine, they've always got some cool stuff going on. I've been an avid subscriber, and we'll do a little toast to those guys.
You too, I get that one too.
We don't get a clink when John Paul's drinking out of a can.
There we go.
Oh, that's sufficient, though. Well, that's all for the news. You can read more about these and more at brewpublic.com and newschoolbeer.com. Two of the best beer blogs on the internet that will tell you all the haps on the hops here in the Northwest.
There you go.
Northwest.
Hey, real quickly before we go to the birthday wishes,
Yeah.
we have more news.
Uh-oh.
And that is the Cleveland Cavaliers are for the first time NBA champions. With exclusive report, John Paul.
Hey,
How was it, by the way?
It was
I'm
great.
really jealous.
it was crazy.
It had to have been.
It was a great game.
Because you've been watching every single game while we do this podcast.
Right. And I had to go to the final one.
You had to go to the final one.
You know, Friday, like 5 minutes left in the game, I went, I got to go to game 7.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about it. This is the first team to ever come back from
I
a
know,
3-1 deficit
Right.
to win it.
Well, I wouldn't have gone
Oh,
if I
wow.
didn't think they were going to win.
I had a 100% chance in my mind that they were going to win it. Because
Really?
after the way Game 6 went,
I agree.
I was just, nope.
That's why I said in the
Yeah.
end of the game 6, I went, I
gotta
think
go.
I could go.
Way to go, though. And then you drove all the way up here from there.
Drove down there and
Yeah.
then drove down
Just
there
to there.
Saturday, drove back here Monday, and I got my tickets on NBA.com.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Do I dare ask?
11:25.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Well, it's worth it to watch that game.
It's history.
That was the greatest game probably that has ever been played.
I know it's one of them in it's history.
But Dennis Rodman, he called LeBron. He's like, "Hey, great game, but Bulls 95-96 is still the best team." I'm like, "What?"
Well, LeBron's not saying they're the best team.
No, he never said that. But why
Does
would
Dennis Rodman still wear a dress?
Probably not.
So I was kind of correct with Square Mile. Square Mile is owned by the Craft Brew Alliance, which is composed of 5 brands.
I own some of that.
Red
Do
Hook,
you really?
Widmer, Kona, Mission, and KCCO and Square Mile. So that's
very interesting.
That's why I saw Square Mile for sale at Widmer.
Yeah.
So that's what I was like.
Oh, you do.
Man,
You own
like,
stock in that, and they're
what's
up
going
by
on with this?
0.17%.
Awesome.
Right.
Nice.
Well,
I was not spewing nonsense.
No, you had a good finger on things.
And thanks for letting us indulge a little basketball since it is history.
Even though it's not sports happy.
Yeah, this is not sports happy.
Oh, but I can tell
we
you,
had a
I
beer.
hit brewery so on the way there. On the way
Ah.
back.
How much beer did you? What'd you pay
Not
for
much,
that beer?
but I went to I did have a glass of beer at the arena, Oracle Arena. Here, I even took a picture of it so you guys can see my glass of beer.
$17?
$17.
Oh Lord.
And people complain about beer prices here.
Well, they shouldn't.
Okay, there's a $17 glass of beer.
Oh Lord. John, why didn't you get
Look
a
how small
wine
that is.
bladder and like
For those
put
of
it in
you
your
viewing it on
pants?
YouTube.
No, because I actually didn't even need to have the beer.
Hashtag
but I
not
wanted to
working
have
yet.
that so I could log it in that I had a beer at Oracle Arena.
What is that going? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so I could
well.
get my my. I did have a few beers. I went to Rubicon.
Rubicon.
Yeah, you probably don't know, but they've been a Sacramento brewery since like in the '80s. Also, they've been around forever.
Ah, nice.
And we went to Hoppy.com, another brewery there, and we went to Mount Shasta Brewing Company.
Mount Shasta,
that
yeah.
sells
I know they have
liquid
their own
legal
brewery.
weed.
Whoa.
Yeah,
So
Is that in Reading?
so Mount Shasta.
Oh, on Mount Shasta.
On the flanks of it there. It's 60 miles north of Reading.
Gotcha.
So I just got a huge thing of like Twitter updates because Upright Brewing, PDX Beer Week, New School Beer, Portland Beer Festival at Breakside Brewing are all now following me and decided.
Wow.
And then the Samurai Artist.
Nice.
Who
Oh,
is-
that's Ezra from New School Beer.
Okay.
Oh, you found that from the weekend because of the weekend?
Probably because I posted a bunch about the Cider Fest, but all of them just one giant spam of social media.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me finish up these birthday announcements. Brew Happy birthday wishes are brought to you by Jay Brooks at BrookstonBeerBulletin.com. The 49th birthday of Forrest Gray, co-founder and president of Speakeasy Ales and Lagers in San Francisco. The 38th birthday of Brad Klipner, who writes the beer blog Beer in Baltimore. Brad also does marketing for Baltimore Beer Week and recently took a job as a sales manager for Duclaw Brewing. The 76th birthday of Ed Stout, co-founder along with his wife Carol of Stouts Brewing in Adamstown, Pennsylvania. Growing up there in Shillington, Ed operated the Black Angus Steakhouse since 1962 in reality. The brewery opened in 1987, one of the earliest new microbreweries in the state because of Pennsylvania's famously arcane alcohol laws. The brewery was owned by Ed's wife, Carol, who was also its first brewmaster, who then sold it to the Black Angus restaurant, delivering it next door. So that's actually a pretty interesting story. They do have rather old beer laws out there in Pennsylvania. It's part of the Bible Belt. You got to expect that. No local birthdays this week, but stay tuned for more for more stuff. We got what? We got cigar pairings. More from our wonderful guest, Ashley Sorensen from Two Towns. Want to take me to Two Towns?
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I told her about that too. A little later, stories and games. Plus, we'll have a scoop on the best growler fills in town, and no mysterious Tap 19 this week, guys.
Hey, we might play some trivia though.
Oh yeah.
We might play a little trivia.
Hey,
I like
stories
trivia.
and games. Gotta love it.
Gotta love games.
All right. Cheers.
I'm John Foyston. I'm the beer writer for the Oregonian, and I listen to the Brew Happy show because that's where I find out.
One of the hottest new award-winning breweries in Portland, Oregon is calling your name. Culmination Brewing, located in the Kearns neighborhood, right off Northeast 22nd and Oregon Street, right by the Sunshine Dairies. Our award-winning Phaedrus IPA is a hop extravaganza, and just one of the many styles that will turn your head and keep you coming back for more. Paired with our kitchen pork rillette tacos, veggie options, or one of our weekly specials, our innovative beers and masterful food will make for tasty treats you're going to want to tell your friends about. Brewery tours in a private bar and event space are available for meetings and parties. Seeking out the best new beer in Portland has never been so good, and now you can find it in one place. Culmination Brewing, voted 2016's Best New Brew Pub of the Year by the Oregon Beer Awards. Culmination Brewing, where madness meets innovation. For more information, go to culminationbrewing.com. Culmination, come together, right now, over beer.
Oh yeah, boy! Macho Man sees a storm coming.
That's right, brother. No hiding from the thunder, 'cause Stormbreaker Brewing will shelter you from the elements with covered seating inside and out.
Elements are mean. Elements make you cold and wet when you shouldn't be.
That's right, brother. The only thing I want cold is a nice, refreshing glass of delicious craft beer.
From Stormbreaker Brewing in the Mississippi District of North Portland, on the corner of Beach in Mississippi.
It's family friendly. They got a fire pit, good food, and even better beer, brother.
You can even bring your dog, but you better curb your animal or you're gonna get body slammed by Macho Man
and the Hulkster. Go to Stormbreaker, brother, the best beer in town.
Are you looking for a great place to take the family for some good food and a great craft beer? Come visit the star of Portland, Oregon's Hollywood District, Columbia River Brewing Company. Huge, spacious restaurant overlooking a brewery. Play some darts, catch a game, enjoy their patio area. Northeast 40th and Sandy Boulevard, Columbia River Brewing Company, where the only thing better than the beer is the good times you're about to have there. Cheers.
Coalition Brewing is a 10-barrel award-winning brewery and taste room located in the heart of southeast Portland, Oregon, just west of 28th Avenue and Ankeny Street. Their core is strong in the beers that are pointedly balanced, producing handcrafted ale to display the character of the Pacific Northwest. Consistently innovating with new styles and a mission of providing a positive impact to the local community and environment through partnerships and using only locally sourced ingredients from the bountiful Pacific Northwest. Former homebrewers gone pro along Walshy and Coily Hoyt have set out some years ago to make a place for the homebrew community with still creating internationally adored styles for everyone to enjoy. In the spirit of our motto, community through beer, in addition to our house sales, we regularly feature new beers through our collator program. Homebrewers are selected from the community to brew their very own unique creations. We reserve a specialty tap at the pub to showcase each collator. Brewing Thursday throughout the week to bring beer to your belly. But don't worry, our tasting room is open to the public every weekend. The tasting room hours are Friday 5 p.m. to 9 p.m, Saturday 2 to 9 p.m, Sunday 2 to 6 p.m. Come enjoy Coalition favourites such as Space Brew, Pink Kitty and Dropping Signs, alongside unique one-off barrel-aged beers at the brewery. This offers our patrons a first-hand look at our production facility. Come enjoy a pint right from the source every weekend and join us for regular special events. Whether you're enjoying the ambience of our professional tank farm or sitting pretty in the sun and enjoy a game of cornhole, a tap room will delight you with our weekly selection. Or pick up some of our offerings from many fine establishments and retailers around town. People travel from across the sea just to get a glimpse of where the magic is made. You're about to find out why. Block in from Northeast 28th and Ankeny on the north side of the street. Coalition Brewing, a brewery started by homebrewers, for homebrewers, and of course for everyone else. Come see what all the fuss is about. We are the Pacific Northwest. Cheers.
You are listening to the voice of beer, Damien DeBizer and his Brew Happy crew.
John, I need more beer.
All right. Yeah, John Paul's mom always needs more beer. But in this case, she'd be having cider, and she'd probably get drunker a lot quicker. What do you think?
Ton of
Your
cups.
mom. You missed the sound effect.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She loves cider.
Yeah.
Thinks it's apple juice.
That's awesome. That's what I thought it was for the longest time.
John, I need more cider.
Yeah, and then I just wake up somewhere strange.
Oh, dear.
Well, a friend's couch. So I just wasn't planning on crashing.
Cider can do that. You got to be real careful with some of them.
Yeah,
They're real sneaky.
Yeah, we've had a couple nights where had a couple ciders, and then we had a couple ciders, and then we're like, "Are you driving? I'm not driving." Yeah. Are you driving?
It sneaks up on you
I'm
in a
not
different
driving.
way.
I think we're both drunk.
I think we're not driving anywhere.
I think we're walking.
I actually couldn't even finish a cider last night.
No.
I had to leave half a man down. I knew I couldn't do it.
No.
I had to.
Oh, where's the sad trombone?
I felt really bad, but I was like, man, if I do this, it's just too much.
Yeah.
I was drinking, oh my God, bad apple. Yeah.
Well,
I saw that on tap. Yeah. Oh,
It is important to mention that you just can't drink ciders like you do beer. You can't really like toss
It's
them
like
back.
wine. You gotta sip it.
Yeah,
You gotta
they
leisurely.
are. They are very much like wine.
Well, it's very close. It's just that fermentation process, and then the length of time that it gets, that it goes through that. So I was talking to you. Forgot to talk about this on the news. So I was talking to you a couple weeks ago about a cider house that was potentially up for getting distributed.
Yeah.
And now I'm pleased to say that the Molten Falls Winery and Cider House.
Molten Falls or Multnomah Falls?
No,
Molten Falls.
Molten. Okay, I'm just
Molten
making
Falls
sure
up near Yakult, Washington.
Sue's been at the bottom of that before.
Yeah, it's
the real falls.
Yeah, the real falls. They're beautiful. And they are on their way to getting distributed, starting with Whole Foods
Fancy.
and Natural Grocers, and then they're going to work their way into Safeway and Albertsons, and hopefully
That's
Fred
awesome.
Meyer.
Well, pros to them.
Pros to them indeed. I'm
Let's do that.
very
Here we go.
proud that I am friends with the owners of that establishment, and they actually are. They've got two of their really great ciders. There's a raspberry, and then the other one. It's called Yellowstone.
Oh yeah.
And it's very. It's not dry and it's not too sweet. It's very nice and crisp.
Okay.
And it's really good. You're gonna come up and have some cider with me because it's freaking delicious.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah. So
I wish you could have been at the Cider Summit this past weekend.
I was busy doing nothing.
Why didn't you go?
Because
Why did you call?
Here's the thing. Here's the problem is I had the first weekend in like forever where I didn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
And I took full advantage of that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, everybody needs to do that every now
I'm a
and
little
then.
I'm a little bit of an introvert sometimes. I like to not do anything sometimes.
And you're ragging on me for not hanging out because I just go home by myself?
Well, that's different because you always do that. I don't always hang out at home.
Yeah. And always.
But when I do, I hang out at home and drink cider.
The best cider in the world.
He doesn't always hang out at home.
But when I do, yeah.
I drank all of my cider.
Did you drink it all? Because I'm pretty sure you had like 3 bottles.
I had like 7.
The last time I told So I was wrong.
I drank all of them. I was just like, yes. Haha. But right now I've got fruit beer in my fridge.
Oh,
from Sean over at Culmination.
Oh,
His
okay.
brewery
Yeah.
brews,
Thanks, Sean.
Sean Callis.
the Patchwork. But the Cider Summit was good. There was an amazing watermelon by
somebody else made watermelon and I tried it.
NB cider, like N and then
Yeah.
B. And actually, their pear cider is what I had last week at Green Dragon, and I was like, it's a solid cider.
So I've had this before. And
What are you
drinking there?
This is the Tully Bender. They're out of Battleground, Washington.
It's awesome.
And this is their pineapple cider.
Yeah, Ryan and I were talking about how
Super-
this needs to go with ham.
Oh, yeah.
I would have it with my ham pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Just
grill up some
ham.
ham and sprinkle that on it.
Yeah, like
Anything that
maybe have it with your bacon.
super good. Speaking of
Marinate
cider,
your ham.
I think I'm going to grab our guest so we can talk a
Yeah,
little bit more
that's a
about
good
cider.
idea. We should cut to the chase here, and we're starting to run out of time. I'm just having too much fun with this cider.
Time goes fast when you're drinking cider.
That's true. I feel like beer time slows down, cider time speeds up.
Oh yeah, it sure does.
Oh my God, Portland Brewing's beer infused cupcake competition.
Oh, yeah?
That is July 9th from 11 to 4.
Oh, make sure to put that on the Brew Happy calendar.
Lots of cool stuff going on
Well,
this month.
it's beer week, it's cider week.
It's cider week, beer week, yeah.
I'm going to put that as interested.
We do like to, mix it up here a little bit on Brew Happy.
So Cider Riot is looking to open their tap room in August. I saw Abram yesterday.
Yeah.
No, Saturday.
Okay.
And so they were thinking August is probably when that's going to happen.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of any. I saw Reverend Nat. Saw Kolin. I saw a lot of people. Shocking.
Yeah.
I was like, I know you. Saw Ex Novo was there. It was good, and it's a shame if you missed out, but a lot of these ciders will be available. But check out the NV watermelon. They actually put it in a watermelon and tapped it, and it was like drinking watermelon.
You know that you can do that. If you cut open a small hole in a watermelon and you dump
fill it with vodka.
Yep. And then you let it all, and then you eat the watermelon, you get drunk.
I never wait long enough.
That is a true story.
I always cut it open and then vodka falls out.
Yeah, see, you're supposed to wait a whole 24 hours.
I know.
There's a method. There's a method there.
I can't be trusted, and I can't wait that long.
All right. So we have Ashley Sorensen from Two Towns back with us. And Ashley, you have quite the lineup with you here today at Bushwackers off of Southeast Powell and 13th. Tell us a little bit about what you've brought. We learned a little bit about some of the stuff that I had in my glass, which was it was a hoppy cider. This guy. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, it's good stuff. And then we commented a little bit about the Marion berry, which you are color coordinated with today.
Absolutely.
And that's recently going into cans.
Yes, we actually just debuted them last Friday for distribution.
So brand
new. Beautiful, bright purple can.
Nice.
We're very excited about that. You can now take it to the river and beach, and,
Oh,
it's good places.
yeah. Easier to pack in and pack out.
Exactly.
Now, is that going to be available where you can get any of the regular cans, or is that more of a special release?
Yes, so that one's going to be line price with everything else. Bright Cider, Outsider, Ginger Ninja.
Sweet. Okay.
It's available in our 6-pack cans.
Ginger Ninja.
Yes, so good. Fresh ginger root. Woo. So yes, Maid Marian just made the transition from being a seasonal summer cider to our year-round. We had so much requests.
Very exciting to hear.
Super stoked to have a year-round berry cider.
Yes.
We live in Marion County. That's where our ciders are from, so why not have a year-round berry cider? We have access. So.
I was telling her earlier as I was talking to her about the ciders, I just bought the Sun's Out Saison, which is fermented with peaches, but 2 days before that I had bought the Maid Marian. Both are fantastic. If you ever want to try a great cider and it's got some fruit in it, those two are the ones you want to try.
Yeah. The peaches one, that was the first one I tried.
Yep.
Yeah, that actually makes me think of the President of the United States of America song.
Oh Lord.
What was it?
Millions of peaches.
Millions of peaches. Yeah, millions of peaches. Peaches for me. Millions of peaches.
That's exactly what I thought of too. No, I thought of summertime. I thought of peach cobbler.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was thinking
that's sitting out by the.
What would you pair? Like, what is your favorite food to? Maybe that's too broad of a question. So maybe two of the ciders. What would you pair with them?
So the nice thing about all of our ciders is they're very food friendly, well balanced. So you can pair them with a lot of things. So for instance, our Maid Marian pairs really well with a lot of cheeses for an appetizer, as well as with any pork dishes. So if you are one to eat pork, they're fantastic with a really nice seared pork chop. Absolutely.
She's got the sommelier style to her.
Yeah,
she knows
does.
what pairs. I like it.
One of my other favorites is with the Ginger Ninja, the fresh pressed ginger root, pairing it with Asian style cuisine.
Oh,
so
nice.
stir fry. We actually just did an event with a pop-up sushi bar.
Cool.
So pair our ginger with the sushi bar.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Nice.
Yes, fantastic. So next up in our lineup, next to the Maid Marian. By the way, the Marion berries are harvested 2 miles from where we make the cider in Corvallis.
No kidding.
About as local as you can get. You can go pick them yourself. So we do several ciders in our lineup. Right now, the limited release is Sun's Out Saison. We try to come out with them about 4 times a year.
Yeah.
I
So
like
this
a good
one-
saison.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a saison cider.
Saison cider, yeah. So it's still 100% a cider,
Uh-huh.
but it has the essence of a saison. We use a French saison yeast.
I was just gonna ask. Yeah.
Yep. So that's where the saison profile comes from.
Gotcha.
So it has a little bit of that spicy, kind of spicy phenolic notes as a
absolutely.
saison does.
Yeah.
And it definitely complements the
very
peaches so well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
That's,
so
like,
good in your mouth.
I wish I had a porch to sit on so that I could drink it on my porch.
You can
Exactly,
drink
that's
on my
cool.
porch anytime you
I
want.
wasn't
Amanda.
kidding. When I was peach cobbler sitting on the porch,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it's like that
Yeah.
old country from the 50s kind of a motif where that's what you have.
I have
is-
the perfect dress to
Ah.
wear while
I-
drinking this.
I think we're gonna have to hang out on the Brew Happy porch.
There you go.
Maybe next weekend.
Sounds
Count
good.
me in. I'm
Yeah.
there.
All right.
Right on.
So the Sun's Out Saison has a 1.5 pounds of fresh organic peaches that we harvest from Southern Oregon.
Okay.
So again, nice and local.
Yep.
Our motto is to try to go as local as possible with all of our fruit. It's
Oh,
all
awesome.
harvested out of the Northwest, but if we can harvest it a couple miles from the cider house, it's
yeah.
even better.
Yeah. Right on.
Next up is the Le Mure. So this is going to be one of our cellar series, which is really fantastic. There's only 10 places in all of Portland that have it on draft, and about 20 that have it in these bottles.
That sounds pretty exclusive.
Yeah.
It is. It's very fancy.
That's what I was drinking just a minute ago.
Yeah.
And it's delicious.
Yeah. You were talking about the
It's
Le Mure.
fantastic. So this one starts with our fresh pressed apples, as well as our fresh pureed Marionberries that we harvest out of Corvallis again. We use a lactobacillus and ferment it in Pinot Noir barrels, so for over an entire year.
Wow.
Wow.
So it has
yeah.
the sour notes like a sour beer, but still 100% a cider. And then the really nice Pinot aromatics and Pinot profile in the background.
It's
Oh, that's
really,
lovely.
truly sour. I was
Yeah.
kind of surprised. I was like, she says it's sour, but it's really
Yeah,
sour.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
little
excited.
tang on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
excited for that. Now, I just saw a post went up that you're doing a tap takeover at Ground Control.
We sure are. You saw that? I shared that.
the
Now,
grown-up
is-
kids' paradise.
Is it going to be on draft there or just in the bottle?
So there it's only going to be in the bottles.
Okay.
Since draft was a little bit more, limited, we're
Yes.
going to be bringing it in our bottles.
I'm just trying to figure out all the places, like a scavenger hunt.
Right? Yeah, we're going to be at the
Haunted
Barrel
town.
Room on Friday, and then
Okay.
Saturday we're going to be at Eastburn.
Oh,
We're doing a
Okay.
cider dinner pairing there.
Wow.
Really?
As well as a Latin night. Get some
What?
salsa. Yeah,
Whoa,
salsa and
wow.
cider.
I am actually
I have the
a very
perfect
good Latin dancer, and salsa was the very first dance I learned.
Wow.
Yeah.
I might
Well,
have to
Damien.
see this for myself. You might have to stop by.
might have
I've
a
been known
Brew
to cut
Happy
some
field
rug.
trip.
I've
Yeah.
been known to cut some rug.
Brew Happy field trip.
Oh yeah.
John
That-
Paul, get off his phone. He
so
might
that
pay
is
attention to what's going on.
Saturday for the dinner pairing.
Yes, Saturday
Okay.
night at Eastburn.
Tickets in advance.
They might be. I think it might just be first come, first serve.
Okay, good to know.
Nice.
I will. I'm sure everything's on social media,
Yes.
so
Yes,
I
it
will
be.
just go to your guys' Facebook and.
That's awesome.
What's that weird?
And then what else do you have going on here?
Last but not least is the hop and stock that we
yes.
talked about. The
Yes.
fresh dried citra hops with rhubarb.
Yeah, that is
So
good.
good.
I'm just finishing off the last
know.
drop of that.
Absolutely
Here.
lovely. So the one thing that I didn't tell you guys about this cider is that
Uh-huh.
it is a similar to like an iced wine. It's an iced cider. So with our with our fresh pressed apples and our fresh pressed rhubarb, we go ahead and freeze that.
Nice.
That basically extracts all of the water, leaves behind the highest percentage of fermentable sugars. We go ahead and ferment that, gets it up to 8%.
Yeah.
Then we add in during fermentation the fresh dried citra hops.
Oh wow. Now that's pretty in depth stuff that you guys got going on over there at Two Towns. How did you guys start out?
So we actually started out, the owners of Two Towns, just a couple of college kids that liked beer, enjoyed wine, wanted to do something a little bit different. So they started exploring fermenting apples, fermenting cider in their garage.
That's such a common story.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
Just a
we're in
bunch of college
college
kids.
and we just we want to make.
We wanna
the
do
stuff
this
we like
instead.
To drink.
The nice thing is that one of our owners, so we had a couple go to OSU, a couple other go to UFO. Our head cider maker, Dave, actually went to UFO and studied a very intricate degree. It was let me think. I want to say yeast strains. It was in the fermentation program, but it was like wine yeast strains.
Wow.
So he is, if you ever want to get down and nerdy with a cider maker,
man.
Dave is the guy to know it. He knows
Okay.
everything about cider apples. He's the one that kind of runs a lot of our orchards and stuff in Corvallis.
Wow.
Okay.
So yes, a couple of the guys, they just started in their garage. Their very first keg was at the owner Lee's wedding.
Oh.
Lee Hedgeman?
Yeah.
Oh,
Lee Larson.
Oh, okay, Lee Larson.
Lee Larson, the owner.
Lees.
One of the owners of Two Towns.
Oh,
And,
okay, I gotcha.
I mean, the cider blew within a couple hours, and everyone's like, "You got to do something."
I gotta have more.
From there, we started. We then moved into a little bigger garage that's right behind where our tap room is.
Okay.
Lee's wife is like, "You got to get out of here. Got to have a bigger space." And within 6 months, we needed a larger facility.
Gotcha.
And then after another year, we needed an even larger facility.
Yeah.
Wow.
And right now, we're pushing the limits of our large warehouse out near the airport in Corvallis.
Well,
So
Yeah,
what
and
is your distribution range? I mean,
Yeah, where can people get Two Towns?
we are in 9 states right now. So we are all up and down the West Coast.
Okay.
We're in
Wow.
Alaska. You can find us over in Chicago, Idaho,
Chicago?
Hawaii.
wow.
You can find us in Hawaii.
They're in the tropics. They're in the
Yes.
Windy City. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And we are hoping to expand even more this year into a couple
Yeah.
more states. So definitely look for a bottle of Two Towns near you soon.
Yeah,
I feel like I hear Two Towns and I'm like, oh, it's Two Towns. Like everyone's heard of it. Like, I just assume everyone everywhere can have it.
That's why everyone wants to go to Two Towns.
Okay, Damien. What are the 2 towns?
You know,
It's
that
the
is
Two
a
Towns.
great
Guesses, I'm
question.
curious.
Have we already gone
No.
into trivia?
No, not yet. But
Are we
it's
in
the
trivia
2
mode?
towns where the founders are from.
Yeah.
Which
Because-
2 towns?
That is a good question.
I was actually talking about them over the weekend with the Molten Falls Cider
Is
House.
one of the towns Corvallis?
No.
It is.
Oh, I thought.
Oh!
I thought it wasn't. I thought they were from somewhere else.
Corvallis and Eugene.
Ryan, you've been pumped.
Bam.
Yeah.
We got a winner.
Wait, John Paul, did you Google that?
No, it's because he.
Oh, he just saw it on
She
Untapped.
literally just
It's
said
on
they went to
Untapped.
U of O and.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
said
know
that
Yeah,
before.
OSU.
I didn't know that you.
So
Yeah, it's all
the
right.
2
Paying
towns.
attention.
I was paying attention.
You don't know where things
You
are.
didn't think I was paying attention.
Oh, you're right. I didn't.
He wasn't.
Yeah, so Corvallis and Eugene, OSU and U of O. However, we like to say that the 2 towns can be any towns. It can be your towns, it can be
Yeah.
your friend's town, your hometown.
That's nice.
My
That's
town,
the
your
whole motto
town.
is, you know,
Our town.
damn fine cider, spreading it around.
We were talking
Yeah.
about that the fact that they do own a airport hangar to brew beer in because they got so big. Like that's
pretty awesome.
That's a pretty big thing that you're like gonna take over an airport.
Yeah, you're like,
hangar.
God,
We're
we got
planes.
near the-
We're
near the
planes.
airport.
all these people want our cider. We gonna need
We're
a bigger
planes.
boat.
Reside.
Gonna need a
Yes.
bigger cidery.
Yes, and we, no matter how large we get, we're still not cutting corners. You know, we're still working
Yeah.
with the little guys.
That's awesome.
That's great.
No concentrates.
Yeah.
You know, we are fresh pressed everything.
Because
Wow.
at the cider
That's a lot of hard
festival,
work.
I heard some rumblings from people. Oh, they're not about 2 towns, but just a lot of the ciders.
A lot of
have
the other
started
cider
using
peoples.
Concentrate and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
Absolutely.
shortcuts once they get bigger.
Yeah, and it was like, oh no, like tell me who.
What are they doing? How are they doing it now?
Unfortunately, with ciders, since it's kind of exploded recently,
Yeah.
there are a couple loopholes.
Yeah.
One of which is the ingredient hard cider. If you ever see hard cider in the back of the ingredients,
Okay.
That's one kind of clue that a little less than half of the bottle can be anything.
What?
Anything.
Yes. So if you see hard cider, comparatively, it's like buying a lasagna, and the first ingredient is lasagna.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's in
or
your lasagna?
cheese-like substance.
She's like.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Natural flavors.
Well,
Yes.
I always see it as kind of a red flag when there's dyes or coloring in
Yeah.
cider, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, back on the shelf. Like, why would you choose that when you could have something like 2 towns?
What's wrong with the natural color?
Yes.
Well, and I
so
think
for us and other local craft ciders, if you want to look for juice, for us, Northwest Fresh Pressed Juice is always going to be our first ingredient.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
that's how you tell a
Good to
true
know.
craft cider is that there's going to be juice.
Nice.
And I think the best measure of that too is like when you, because it blowing up so much right now. When you walk into Fred Meyer's, you have 2 towns, you have Spire, you have.
Yeah.
I've seen Portland Cider Company. I've seen a couple other things, and that's the measure is like, okay, who's out there consistently?
Yeah.
Who's not just come and gone, and who's someone who has been around long enough to make a mark, and someone says, hey, have you tried this cider? And someone else knows who they're talking about. And that's the way Two Towns is.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's, I would say Finn River is probably up there as well.
Absolutely.
There's
they do a wonderful job.
some great people who make cider right now, and it's, like you said, it's blowing up.
Yeah.
And it's very apparent who's making great cider.
And who I think is going to stick around.
Oh, absolutely.
And really has a product that people enjoy the story behind it, and the fact that you are locally sourcing so much and supporting the economy, as well as, you know, keeping your carbon footprint small.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and
Things
you're
that we
using
care about
everything
here.
that's just down the road from you guys.
That's
I mean,
phenomenal.
literally.
And I think that so often people forget that. They forget kind of why they started doing it. And there's no, I encourage you, if you have a great business model, yes, we want you to succeed. But I think it's a shame when it comes at the cost of the cider in this case.
Bacon Dan's here.
Yeah, one of our Brew Happy fans is here.
Hi, Dan.
It's fun to see him on this side of the camera.
It's Cider Dan.
Nah, today
Well,
it's
and
Cider Dan.
that's the other thing too. Is I think part of that is us, between the two of us, the four of us here living in Washington and Oregon, is like, you know, you have great cideries, you have great breweries who are all about not just keeping it local, but keeping it true to, hey, we're going to brew beer and not commercialize it. We're not going to mass produce it, because every batch is going to be a little bit different. Every batch is going to be a little bit unique.
Oh, yeah.
And even that's going to be true to what they do, it's not always going to be the same. And that's kind of the thing with cider, is that when you taste one batch and you taste the other batch, you're like, well, this is a little sweeter, or this is a little tartar.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that's what's going to cement anybody who's making local beer and or cider.
Yep, exactly. And the fruit changes from year to year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It kind of
Cross-pollination happens, man.
So, and I think that's something that's fun about it, because you're like, oh, this tastes a little bit different from when I had it, you know, a year ago.
Yeah,
and you can taste that
and
difference.
it kind of brings that kind of like that wine feel, where like, oh, this was a good year for wine, this was a bad year for wine.
It's never a bad year for cider.
No, it's never a bad year. That's the thing about cider, though. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was getting to. Like, it's never bad for cider. Like, it's just a little bit different, and it's a little bit interesting. And you have these new notations and tones that just kind of come out in the different versions of it as years go by.
I like to say cider is definitely coming back with a vengeance after that prohibition back in the
Right?
day.
Yeah.
A lot of people think beer was the first thing around, but you know, before all those Johnny Apple trees got chopped down, took a while to come back.
So somebody had to do it.
My dad told me, he's like, you think Johnny Appleseed was really just growing apples? He's like,
I'm pretty sure he was up to some shenanigans in those woods.
Some fermented apple juice in the basement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A little moonshine. I mean, what?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right, guys. Well, Ashley, thank you again so much for coming out and telling us all about Two Towns and your wonderful lineup here.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and beautiful Ashley Sorensen.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Guys, well, we never really got to the cigar pairing for today, but I think, John, we don't have a cigar pairing, do we?
You don't have cigars, do you?
But I do want to let everybody know where they can get their
John Paul Fix.
The John Paul Fix, yeah. 3 convenient locations. John, you want to fill everybody in on where they can get your delicious wares?
I have 3 locations, one in East Vancouver, Mill Plain and 205, one in Jansen Beach, and one in Beaverton Hills, on Beaverton Hillsdale Highway.
Oh, right on. And what's your favorite location out of all those 3?
The one I work at.
Is that because it's closest to your house?
No, it's not actually.
Oh, okay.
But it's the headquarters.
That's the headquarters. That's where you do all your nefarious planning.
My planning and thinking.
And for John, it's always a smoking week.
Oh yeah.
Always a smoking week.
Yeah. So you guys check out some more Paul cigars every week, every day at his 3 conveniently placed locations around the Portland metro area. Ryan, what do we got time for, buddy?
Growler fills, and that's it.
Ooh, I think, man, we did.
Oh, we can't do one quick trivia or something?
Oh, we could do some trivia, yeah.
I could
do one trivia.
I could pull a question.
Come on.
Do it.
Come on, let's play a game.
How many eyes are in Mississippi?
6.
Come on.
No, seriously, how many eyes are in Mississippi?
4.
He already answered you.
No, it's not 6.
No,
There's
it's
4.
not.
Is it 4?
MISSISSIPPI. 4.
Yeah.
That is 4.
Yeah. Come on. All right.
All right, that was our trivia.
Was that it? That was it for trivia? Or
smartest.
do you have something else for us, John?
I could find something real quick, but do the
let's do the
growler fills.
growler
All
fills.
right, yeah. Guys,
I'll come back to me.
Don't forget, you can get your growlers filled every day of the week at some wonderful beer location. But these are just the ones that we have on our list to look out for. If you want to get Manic on Mondays, $7 beers, select beers at McMinimans, $1 off your fills at Civic Tap Room. Want to have a terrific Tuesday? $10 fills at Portland U Brew, $10 fills at Fire on the Mountain, 20% off your fills at Stickman Brewing. Want to get wacky on Wednesday? $8 fills at Occidental Brewing, $10 fills at Bear Lick Brewing. Feeling thirsty on Thursdays? $2 fills, $2 off your fills at Base Camp Brewing. $10 fills at Lewitt in downtown Vancouver. Want to get your freak on Friday? 2-for-1 fills at Portland Brewing up in Northwest Pearl District of Portland. Oh, and insane on Saturdays, you can get $5 fills at Alameda Brewing, guys, and 2-for-1 fills at Pints Brewing. That's phenomenal. It's a really great deal. And then, of course, Sunday extravaganza. $8 fills at Migration and Breakside. Great deal, guys. Great deal. And don't forget, $9 growler fills every day of the week at Blues Brews. There will be no Tab 19 announcement this week since we're not a Green Dragon.
So do you want your trivia question? Your real trivia question?
I do. What is the real trivia question?
I will please wait for the complete question to be asked.
Okay.
24.5.
No. In the world of video games,
of which I've played many,
what does NES stand for?
Nintendo Entertainment System.
That is correct.
I know that.
That's your trivia question for the day.
That was it? That's all you got for me?
Well, I didn't know we were actually going to be here, so I didn't prepare a whole list.
Okay.
Next week, I promise.
It should be like a beer-related trivia question.
Hey, we were talking about ground control and cider pairings.
That's true.
We were. And
ooh, I got a trivia question
for
you.
Wait, no, hold on. How long has beer been around? How many years? Since when? Since when has beer been around?
I would say 300 BC.
No. That is incorrect, John. Do you know? Since when has beer?
Year?
What year?
Year? They got a year?
Yeah, there's a year.
I'm not gonna be able to get you the exact year.
You don't have to. It's it's close. Get close.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna say it was 1474.
No, way before that. We're talking about way back in time. Amanda, do you have an idea?
750 BC.
Ooh. 7,000 BC.
Wow. That's awesome.
So, since the time of the Egyptians and long before, we have been making a ale, beer-like substance that has been consumed and fermented by many
And
people.
it's just been getting better every single time we make it.
Here's the thing that you probably didn't think about is that in Mexico, they smash up corn or maize, chew it, and put
then
it,
spit it
into a thing, and that's how they make alcohol in Mexico.
I saw that
They've
shit
been
on
doing
Hot
that for
Dogs.
thousands
That's
of
okay
years.
because they cook it.
They do cook it. They heat it up, but it's still
Basically, you're drinking vomit.
No, spit, little spit.
A little spit.
No, that's it for me.
And they cook it,
this week.
kill the
All right.
bacteria.
I got a trivia question for you. What does IT stand for?
Internal technology?
No, it's not. It's Institute of Technology. No, I don't know.
Information technology.
There you go.
No,
Thanks.
we get part of it.
And now we're gonna
and
go.
Quick thank you to Emily,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
working
Thank
behind
you
the
so
bar.
much.
She actually used to work at Cascade because she was like, I don't know if
she
you remember
switched
me.
over to the other side.
Yeah, thank you, Emily.
She switched from the beer
Is her
to
name
the
not
cider.
Are you sure?
Wait,
She says,
her name's
hey.
Emily, right?
I'm pretty sure her name's Emily.
I hope her name's Emily.
Okay. He looked at us and we were like, oh no.
She can hear us, you guys.
Just making sure.
We just named her.
She can hear us.
We're gonna call her whatever we want.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to a wonderful cider happy, brew happy.
Yeah. Guys, this has been a wonderful show. We'll have to catch up with Kolin Leishman of Northwest Cider Brokers next week, perhaps.
You mean Colin?
Colin.
Colin?
Yeah. Colin. Is there a right way or a wrong way to say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Colin would be wrong.
Colon would be somewhere near your sphincter.
I have a colon.
Yeah,
we don't have a colon.
Sean Paul's face.
We don't want to call him Colin.
I use semicolons sometimes.
Oh, listening to last week's episode where you butchered our guest's name
was
so good.
Me?
Dillahanty, and you're like, Keenan Shalahandi.
Yeah, it was not even
bad.
close.
He's like,
all right.
He actually looked over and was like, no,
that was not right.
Well, I mean, he was an impromptu guest.
You can blame the Firestone Walker for that.
All right. Well, I do want to give one last shout out to this week's host location and thank them very much for having us right here on Southeast Powell and 13th. Guys, check out Bushwackers.
12-12.
No.
12-12.
12th is that one.
12-12D.
That's 13th.
Powell.
No, we
We're
can
12,
see the
12D.
sign that says 12 right now.
We're 12-12D.
You can see that?
We're 12-12D.
Yeah, it says
barely
Southeast
make it out.
12. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Google
anyways,
it.
yeah, Google Bushwackers. Get here. It's right next to the gas station. Guys, a big, huge outlet for cider lovers everywhere for years, actually. I've been coming here for quite a few years now. Yeah, get your cider on here. Next week, we hope to hit up
make 17 years next week.
Kolin Leishman of Northwest Cider Brokers. We're also going to have Mark Gillette from Portland Brewers Collective come the beginning of the month. Check out our TV series on Portland Public Access channels 11, 22, and 23 in the next programming cycle. Watch us on Vimeo and YouTube under Brew Happy. Our podcast is live on YouTube from 7 to 8 Pacific Standard Time every Monday night. Listen to us at brewhappypodcast.com and rate us. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. Just Google Brew Happy. You know who we are. Guys, I don't just like you. I love you. I don't want to have a cider with you.
Oh, yeah.
I made it too. Cheers.
This podcast is brought to you by Knowledge Multimedia and the Brewers Media Resource. Be sure to check us out on our website at www.thebrewhappyshow.com. Other media content is available on blip.tv, YouTube, and Twitter at Brew Happy. Be sure to like us on Facebook and remember to brew happy, but drink responsibly.
1, 2, 3. Bear, 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 gently bear, bear, bear. A long time ago, way back in history.
You just got a little finagled. Our guest last week canceled, so he thought he was supposed to move up.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you coming out and joining us here on YouTube. Of course, check us again next week from the same time and place. We'll be brewing some nice conversation here at the Brew Happy Podcast, live on YouTube from 7 to 8. We may be here at Bushwacker. We may be here over at Green Dragon, which is on 9th and Belmont. I appreciate you all for watching, and of course, brew happy, drink responsibly.
I'm real jealous about it.